Hello there, it's Deej here on my journey to catch 'em all. In today's video, I'm just going to quickly go over a submission I'm sending to PSA. I haven't put it all in the system yet, so I don't know exactly how many cards it is, but I'm going to just kind of go over some of my thoughts and why I'm sending certain things. You might think some of them are kind of weird or a waste, but we'll see. So I got two cards that I'm sending express. Or not express, the $75 tier. I think it's regular. This was my cleanest Pikachu with gray felt hat. I got 6 of them. So one for my binder. I sold one raw, and then I'm grading the 3 others besides this one. Later on, you'll see. But want to get one back fast to try and capitalize while I can before Pokemon decides to release the rest and let it tank. Got this today. It's really perfectly centered and clean pretty much everywhere. 2 little marks, but as we went over in my grading video, 2 little marks can often be let go, and with these metal cards, they're going to want a few 10s. We'll see. So 2 express, and then these are the cards that we went over in my other video, but I'll quickly go through a bunch of GameStop Charmanders, a bunch of GameStop Umbreons, Larvitar, 2 Tyrantars. And again, Scarlet and Violet's card quality is just not very good. So even these cards that aren't that great, as in rare and expensive, they'll have value. Especially this one in a 10. And we went over these in detail in my other video, so if you want to see why I picked, or if you think one of them looks off center, you can go look at my analysis and grade me, and then we'll see when the time comes. I'm thinking at least 90% of these should be 10s. A few Lorcanas, we'll see. I know some of these prices have gone down a little bit, but we shall see. Still worth grading at the $15 tier, no doubt, but no reason to rush those. So those are my buddies' cards. And here's all of what I'm sending. Even some commons, non-hollows from 151. I don't know if you look through your 151 bulk, but there are not that many 10s. So I went ahead and picked out one of each of the majors because I've had success with selling non-hollow popular character cards for a long time. We'll see how they sell. I'm, $15 grading, try and sell it for $30. Nothing crazy, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident they'll sell. And then you're like, Magnemite, that's not popular. But what is popular is the artist is Yuka Mori. She does all the clay art. She has a huge following on Instagram, and the cards are just obviously cool. So I usually, if I get 10s and Yuka Mori cards, I send them off because there are people out there that really do enjoy her art and will buy them. I've had cards you wouldn't think sell. So same with Tomokazu Kamiya. Plus 151 is just nice, but the art's just so good. Like, how can you not like those cards? Drowsy. This one just has iconic memes with it. A little pervy Drowsy, but what can you do? Eevee. Might as well get one Erica in there. Blastoise EX. Got a couple of those pulled, and not great quality, but that one looked 10-ish. That looked 10-ish. It's obviously Pikachu. 10. Some of the popular Pokemon and Hollow, reverse hollow, more Yukamori, reverse hollows. This is one I'm not sure if it'll sell, but I personally really like this art. So if it doesn't sell, I'll be okay with keeping that in reverse. And this is by far my favorite artwork of 151. It's so good. I love it. No need to explain. Similar thinking. Mewtwo's popular. here. These ones I'm going to be super interested to see how they sell. That's a 4 swirl of the Cosmo variety. This is a 3 swirl, but I only picked these out because they were 10s and good swirls. So I think this is the one. Yeah, if you can see right down there, it's got 2 swirls, but it's the newer version of the Cosmo, which isn't as cool, but it's way more rare. I have a ton of the regulars, but only a couple of the new Cosmos. This is a 4 swirler. Heard if you have a 6, you're gonna make big money, but I've only got 4. This is another 4, another 4. Looks like a 3-er. And then just some cheap but still profitable to grade. I'm not going to say bulk, but hits. I got some older cards that I've been grading a little of at a time. They usually come back in 9s. Every once in a while I'll get a 10, which is nice, but even in 9s, these cards are still pretty sought after. I get lots of attempts at purchases. So recently I bought not recently, probably a couple months ago, I bought out like 100 of these Marnies, but only the Marnie part of the card. So I have a ton that are 10 ready, so I'm just going to grade a couple at a time. I have some at PSA right now, so this is just me continuing the flow, expecting them to sell. We'll see. That's an experiment. Snorlax, promo, not Pokemon Center version. All my Pokemon Center ones are trash. So last year I had really good success with grading the Pikachu and the Gengars. Here's some Gengars from last year's. Actually, no, these are this year's. But they were pretty bad condition last year, so it was kind of hard to grade a lot in 10. But when I did, they sold, and for good value. Like, I think I sold a Pikachu like 3 or 4 times for $50 in a 10, which pays for like 5 bags of those cards. Like, pretty stupid profit. And that's not to mention the Mewtwo's, the Gengars, more Yukamoris in there. So they're all really clean this year, so I'm sending some. Same strategy. This will be very interesting. It's a little off center, but if this gets a 10, it's going to be worth a lot because not many people got a hold of these Pokemon Center promos. I only had one that was gradable, but that's fine because I need one for my binder, and we'll see. Just the most beautiful card ever. It is so nice. Not sending it express though because it's not a for sure 10. I think it's probably got 80%. Here's my other 3 gray felts. Not as strong at 10s, but I still think they should get 10s. They kind of have that corner damage I talked about in my pre-grading video, but we'll see. And then this is my biggest play right now is these Master Balls. I just think they're just home runs. Like, there's going to be a few more that come out, but if you think about it, there's 150 of them. You get 1 per box. Like, they're just kind of hard to get the ones you want. And people are going to want full sets of these in PSA 10 for the registry and just because it's awesome. So I just bought out some eBay sellers. Love it. Obviously, wife's favorite Pokemon, Bulbasaur. That's it. And eventually, I'll be able to show you guys the return. But have a good one. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I will keep you up to date on what's happening. I have a big 200 card return coming back probably in the next 2 weeks, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining me on my journey to catch 'em all.